What's up, everybody? It is Orange Bloods Live. I'm Jeff Ketchum. That is Chad Hastings. Hang out with us for a little bit. We'll talk some Jonah Williams. We'll talk some other stuff from the Orange Bloods War Room from last night that centers on the football team, basketball team, recruiting, the portal, a little bit of everything. So hit that thumbs up button. Yes, Money B, we in the building. Subscribe to the channel. Become one of the 140,000 plus on our way to 11 bazillion. And jump into the specs chat it up. Oh, and I should just remind everybody as we get started, tomorrow we'll be doing the live watch party at Texas Card House Social, and we'll be doing the post-game show and all of that stuff. But come join us. Like, the food is the bomb. The big screen is the bomb. I actually wish Chad was using the other graphic because, no, the one that's got the big screen in it. I think you went to another graphic, and I wasn't even calling for that. You just did it naturally. But there's another one where there's like a Texas fan watching the big screen. It just looks fantastic. Look, anyway, come join us tomorrow. They're the title sponsor of the show, so we give them love right at the top. Chad, Jonah Williams, we were talking about topics, and I was like, man, we can't just lead off with UTEP discussion because I got people giving me tickets away left and right today.
How many tickets right now? How many people could you send to the UTEP game if you needed to?
I've sent 6 in the last hour on free tickets.
That's great.
So it's happening.
Yeah.
And look, if you have tickets that you want to give away to people that are real fans and you want to get, I have more people. I never run out of people. If you're watching this, because people have been giving me tickets today. And if you need free tickets, message me and I'll put you in line because it just might be that kind of Friday. I told you that the thing that I thought stood out the most to me about the War Room was that wasn't so much the Jonah Williams note, but it kind of was, because here we are getting ready to go into week 3. It's September. It's basically mid-September. I think we all thought in August, when he wasn't 100% ready to go coming out of the baseball season with that hamstring injury, okay, well, Ohio State is Ohio State, and so that's not that. But get him healthy, bring him back after Ohio State, and then the guy that I think is of the number 1 recruiting class in the country that Texas signed a year ago, I told you earlier today, I think he is the biggest star of that group. That if there's a household name among Texas fans of this group of freshmen, it's probably either him or Justice Terry. But we talked about Jonah Williams so much last year. A&M wanted him. OU wanted him. It looked like he was going to go to both of those places once upon a time. And then he ends up at Texas. He really was the bell cow. And we're just not yet talking about him as a football player. And then the update comes out last night. I know Anwar had been poked and prodded a little bit like, hey, he's going to play this week. He's going to play. And then the word comes that it seems unlikely that Jonah Williams will play this week. And then you hear they're not going to rush it. It is, and I'm reminded of the hamstring conversation that we had yesterday where it feels like something has to have happened over the course of the last, because that sucker was hurt in the baseball season.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Kind of, is this, so you feel like there might be a new ingredient here, or is he just dealing with a hamstring injury that we, like yesterday's conversation, they're all different and he's just dealing with a bad one?
I haven't had anybody tell me like he's out for the year. No one has said that. But you start to wonder at what point, not will he get on the field and play, because look, he's got games to play with. So
yeah,
if for some reason this thing even went to the playoffs and he hadn't played, well, they just find if and when they can get him healthy, he's going to be a guy that plays. My opinion, my guess, because I've watched ER back in the 90s and 2000s, and quite frankly, I rewatched that a couple of years ago, like the first 6 seasons. I can John Carter some YouTube stuff. Don't ask me why I picked the Noah Wiley character. I could have been the George Clooney character. I don't know why I went.
Hey, it's me, so it was lost on me. I've never seen an episode, so you're
well,
good.
Then as I said it, I realized John Carter was a movie, I think, as well. That was like an action movie that had the guy from Friday Night, Taylor Klitsch or whatever his name was.
Oh yeah, I'm not familiar with that one either. All I know is George Clooney was Danny Ocean.
He was. Now we're just crossing the streams all over the place. And so every day this week we've been asked about Jonah Williams in the chat. And it just feels like Dr. Peter Benton. Thank you, Chris. I like it.
You knew CB would have it.
Dr. Benton. Do you remember that you maybe had never seen an episode, but there's the infamous part in the intro where Peter Benton does the fist pump.
Yes. And that is, what's his name? That's Soul Glow, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Again, another reference because I don't watch ER, but that's got Eric something. LaSalle. Eric LaSalle does right.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Sorry. Back, go.
I think it's just, I think a status update's important because he's so talked about. We can't talk about him as much as we have and then not stop and go, hey, man, he's just still not right. And my guess would be that somewhere along the way, like that thing just got aggravated. Something is causing it where nobody's describing it as a disaster, but it's still a thing that he hasn't completely recovered from. And on we go. But I think it's strange because Texas does have a nuclear weapon that it just hasn't been able to get on the field at all yet. And
I guess my first sort of follow-up as I'm listening to you talk, Catch, is for Texas fans that maybe aren't dialed into this Jonah Williams story. Based on what they have in the back of that defense, what you think they'll be this year, how much of Jonah Williams is not first world problems, but first world good stuff for Texas? How much of it is cherry on top of the sundae? How much of it is you just want to see it, but you don't necessarily need it? Or how much of it is you feel like they need him back there at some point?
Look, this team and this program so far this season is not playing at such a high level. And I'm talking about the guys that are expected to be stars. I don't know that we've seen Ryan Wingo and Arch Manning and Colin Simmons and Anthony Hill. Like, these guys are first or second team preseason All-Americans, not Wingo, but the other guys not hitting those levels. So when I say with a straight face that I think a healthy Jonah Williams might be one of the 5 best players on the team, again, to me, I don't use this lightly. A healthy Jonah Williams is a nuclear weapon. He's a guy that you put on the field and it's like, oh, like that guy could be Caleb Downs. That's the kind of football player that we're talking about. And so when Caleb Downs arrived at Alabama, there probably weren't a lot of people that were like, man, we suck at safety. I wonder if any of the freshmen are going to play. No, sometimes certain guys show up. They're better than everybody else. Anthony Hill was like that as a linebacker a couple of years ago. He just showed up. That's what Jonah Williams is as a football player. So if you didn't know, I'm explaining it. I don't mean you directly, Chad. I'm literally talking to the viewer right now. If you didn't know, like, what the expectations of why he matters are or is, that's it. Like, I think that if and when they can get him on the field, this is a guy that changes football games. And there aren't, I don't know that there are many guys on the team, as much as I may or may not have liked them as prospects coming out. You tell me, you do a show with me every day for the most part. How many guys do I talk about in the terms of they change games? That's who he is. I don't know that Texas has 5 guys that I think that about. So sure, still haven't had 5 guys so far this year that have changed games. So if you add a game changer to the field, yeah, man, it makes them better. And it's a game changer that they lacked against Ohio State. One guy, one truly great talent, making a play that, quite frankly, never came for the Longhorns, and that's why they lost that game. That's why they lost it the year before as well. They didn't have enough game changers making game-changing plays, and consequently, how did that Ohio State game, at least in the playoffs, end? It literally ended with a game changer like Jonah Williams making a play along the goal line that entire season now is remembered for. So I can't say that he's definitely going to be that, but those are my expectations for him.
All right, let me reset this real quick for Vivek, who jumped in and said, wait, Jonah's actually out for the entire season, or was that clickbait? Vivek, kind of in the middle, but let me read from the War Room. This is the phrasing from the War Room from Anwar's notes. I would be surprised if we saw Texas freshman safety Jonah Williams anytime soon.
Yeah.
That is the phrasing. So, no, it is not an absolute he's out for the season kind of a thing. It's just that Anwar was updating everybody on kind of what he was hearing. For those of you that really want to see Williams in this next
game. It didn't sound
game.
like Sam Houston. He
No.
didn't say that.
Right. Yeah. So that is the, anytime soon, meaning, you're right. Don't expect it against Sam either of these next couple games. If you guys have a question on it or a comment on the team or a prediction on this week's game, how big does it have to be for you to be impressed? Jump in the Specs chat. Some of you are piling in there already. We do appreciate you for that. Ketch talked about the watch party. Also, remember a couple other things. We didn't put this one up earlier. Hijackpoker.com, online poker all across the state of Texas from the good folks at Texas Card House. Get it on your phone, get it on your tablet, wherever you get. Wherever you want to put it, you get that online poker going, get that done. Also, if you are looking for a nice steak, how about Taste on Main right there in downtown Buda? It's a great atmosphere. In fact, let me show you that sign a little bigger so you know what you're looking for. Right there in downtown Buda, you go have a great meal. Then you just walk around a little bit like my wife and I do, maybe do a little antiquing and all that kind of good stuff. They've got multiple bar areas. They only serve East Coast oysters. They've got a great brunch Saturday and Sunday. It's just a great, badass, casual steakhouse. Parking is free. You're not having to worry about all that hassle. Casual environment, no dress code. Go have a great steak. You'll love it at Taste on Main, downtown Buda. Tell them you heard about it on Orange Bloods Live. All right.
Real quick, before we go to a super chat.
Yes, sir.
The chat's just being weird for a second. And I apologize to those of you that are like 90% of the audience that will watch this later and isn't watching the live chat. But we've got Ben G throws out a Anwar Trust Me Bro Richardson, which is weird because I swear I would almost bet my life that Anwar has never said the words trust me, bro. To anybody ever?
Yeah, I don't talk to Anwar as much as you do on a day-to-day or a week-to-week, but Anwar and I have conversed enough and done enough shows together. I don't know if I've ever heard "Trust Me, Bro."
So unless he was, you can't put quotes around. That's not how quotes work.
Trust me, bro. I never say that. You could put that quote around me more than you could Anwar.
And like Ben, I don't know. Is that like taking a shot at Anwar's chops as a reporter? Is that what we're doing? Okay. Interesting. Then Sandman says, Steve, trust me, bro, Sarkeesian as a response, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't know that Sarkeesian's ever said that either.
Maybe we're missing something. Are we missing some weird back and forth between Anwar and Sark that happened?
I don't know. But then, just in case we didn't have enough of the conversation, Money B jumps in with Cody, Mr. Cover Carpentier.
All right, so now apparently it's just nickname day. So Ketch is Jeff, soccer over Cowboys. Ketch,
that is, well, yeah.
You've admitted that, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, actually, let's be clear. You've admitted, obviously, you're wearing your Liverpool today. You are Liverpool over the Cowboys. Are you soccer over football of all kinds?
No, it's a completely different experience because
Okay.
there's nothing that quite replicates a afternoon of the red zone. Like
I would agree with that.
when there's like 7 soccer games going on at once, it's not the same as watching 7 NFL games.
Do they have red zone for soccer?
They do. It's called goal zone.
That may be the only way I care.
And it's cool, right? Like I enjoy it. They usually put it on like the prime game, like they do the red zone. Mm-hmm. There's like the Cowboys game will play as the backdrop. But then, yeah, whenever a major event transpires, they'll just go right to it. And yeah, it's cool.
And Sandman goes with Chad. That's rude. There's just rudeness, total rudeness.
You pulled that one up. What are you doing?
I saw quotes and my name and I didn't read through it.
We did have a $5 super chat.
All right, there
Cody
it is.
Says $5. Shout out to me, looking like a lean, mean fighting machine. I don't know about that, but the red kit is clean. It is. Keep kicking ass. Also 48-0. Chad, can I just say something about soccer kits for a second? Let me tell you why I'm wearing this today.
Okay.
Because they don't make these for fat people. Like, I've never had one before because they make these for like skinnier people. It's like a slim cut. It's like when you walk into the mall and there's like a Abercrombie and Fitch thing, and you're like, if you've got a gut, you just know, like, those European shirts aren't made for me.
So you're saying today's basically a thin flex for you?
Kind of, just because I can put it on and it's comfortable.
Liverpool thirst trap from Catch today.
No. My wife said that, actually.
Thirst trap. It's Thirst Trap Friday.
She did say that. But no, like because the thing is, I ordered it. It was kind of expensive. And then they made me pay like $80 of duties when the damn thing arrived. That is new. I think that's a tariff thing. I don't know. But suddenly they weren't just giving me my package. I was like, well, wait a minute. I already bought that thing for $100. I was worried.
Yeah.
That I bought it for $150 or whatever. And then paid $80 to just get the damn thing from UPS. And I was worried I was going to put it on. And then it was just going to look like fat guy in a skinny coat, Right. And I put it on instead. I was like, oh, it actually fits.
See, that's good. And now, Catch, it can become one of those shirts. We all have shirts in the closet that when you put that shirt on, you know kind of where you are weight-wise, right? If you've gone on a couple of benders and you put a certain shirt on, you go, uh-oh. So now this becomes one of those shirts for you. If you put this shirt on like in 3 weeks and maybe you've been bad for 2 days in a row and you've been slamming some Captain Crunch or something, you'll know it. And you'll be like, damn it.
I don't want to have to wear like a girdle to put this on. So you're 100% right.
Congrats to you and congrats to, and you know what? I'll say congrats to Texas if they do what Cody's saying. 48-0
with that gold.
There you go.
Champions Premier League patch. You Arsenal bitches don't get to wear that.
Here, I'll go ahead. I'll make you full screen so you can show them.
Full screen. See, it's gold. They don't put that on Man United. They don't know what that's like. It's been a long time.
Oh, there it is. And smack talk. Always good. A little soccer smack talk on a Friday. Nothing wrong with that either. When
was the last time I got to do that as a Cowboys fan? Seriously.
Yeah, right. Oh, my God.
When was the last time I remotely said anything smart ass about anything else?
Yeah, to like a real, in a real way to another real NFL fan, the Clinton administration. Like, that's the answer.
No, man, I can remember in the 2000s feeling uppity. With Texans fans.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We used to do that, like,
you
guys are a new franchise and stuff. Remember when we did that?
You could do that. Yeah, you could do that one.
Now I don't even judge Texans. Like, I look at the Texans and go, you guys are probably having more fun than we are.
Yeah, oh my God.
And then I put my Snuffleupagus hanging look on where I'm like, okay, Bird.
Some sort of
this week.
Some sort of supercomputer just sent us a super chat of $1.99. Thank you. We appreciate that. Or they just didn't care about what their name was. But either way, thank you for jumping in and, putting something in the old tip jar. We appreciate it. Talking Texas, of course, and getting you this Jonah Williams update today. That's our main focus. We will also continue to thank some of our great partners around here. Let's hear from AV Consultations. They can get you all set up, and then we will keep the conversation going. Oh, Tom.
Hi, this is Tom McKay, owner of Audiovisual Consultations, and we'd like to take a moment to thank all of our clients for making the last 37 years both fun and fruitful. If you haven't yet, I'd like to invite you to give us a try for all your home electronics needs. There's no need to leave your home to find great pricing and incomparable service. No traffic, inexperienced sales geeks, or pushy showroom tactics. We come to you. So just relax, hug your kids, and smile. We handle all the work. Just give us a call at 255-8678 or online at avconsultations.com.
All right, we clean super chats up for now.
Hold on, Chad.
Yes.
That ad has me thinking of a song, and I cannot place it, but every time you play it, it feels like it's sampling a song that I know. It's like dun 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 dun.
Stepping Out by Joe Jackson.
No. Dun dun dun.
Right,
I just
isn't that Joe Jackson?
I don't think it's Joe Jackson.
Before our lives, we'll leave the TV and the radio
Who's that?
behind. Isn't that Joe Jackson?
That's not Joe Jackson, is it?
So
now, next time you play the song, the ad, just listen. There's a little bit of dun dun.
Stepping Out by Joe Jackson. Yes.
Oh, well, there we go.
Yeah. Stepping Out. Look at that. I nailed that one. MTV
I'm
era.
so happy for you and me.
MTV era, kids. MTV era. I loved his voice, man. That was a smooth ass voice.
I think you were gonna. By the way, he paid for his super chat. Okay.
Okay.
And what I want to say to A6234567889, to be fair to me, I say a lot of shit. I mean, I do. I do. I say a lot. I did say that too. But again, to my defense, that might be in line. It's like 69th. I don't know why I said that. 70th on the list of things I said last week that didn't happen. Well, I did say Arch Manning would throw more than 2.5 touchdowns on Prize Picks. I was right about that. I was wrong about Ryan Wingo. And
don't say that. Hey, you were right about the defense. You said the defense was going to force 3 turnovers or more. I thought that was a little aggressive, but you were right.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, this is the new nickname. Right. I say a lot of shit. Catch it. Perfect.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, that needs to be a shirt right there.
I say a lot of shit.
I'll wear that every day on the show.
With like Bull Hurley's face on it.
Yeah, get me that with Bull Hurley's face in multiple colors. I'll wear one every day. It'll be perfect.
Hey, a few other things from the War Room that I thought were interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, well, you thought it was interesting that Sark kind of pissy with his team this week, a little bit of the red ass.
Yeah, you knew it was going to get. It's a coach 'em hard kind of week. We got that off of a win, but it had sloppy elements. That was easy to predict. But I think some Texas fans are wondering, like, is he going to really go off? Like, we know, Sark can go off at times. It felt like this was somebody at the Alamo Bowl did what they shouldn't have done kind of a Sark. And I'm just interested to see how they respond, Catch. Like, I want to know, people have said, should he go Saban and all that sort of stuff? And I've heard people say, well, that's not his personality, so he shouldn't do it. But I'm interested to see just where this team dials in this week. I also thought in the War Room, Catch, along those lines, the notion that certain position groups and certain players might have been kind of watching Arch for 2 weeks, kind of relying on Arch for 2 weeks. I hadn't thought of that, but that can happen too. I mean, there's a magic about him, but you can't stare at him like he's a magician and you're the audience. You have to participate too. So I wonder, do they have to dial that out of the guy? maybe coach that out of them a little bit. It's like, will y'all stop gawking at our quarterback and let's all go? So
it's a pretty specific message to some pretty specific people. Like, if I'm Jamie French on the bench, I'm like, he ain't talking about me.
Right.
Now, whenever Sark says the freshmen aren't ready to play and they got a ways to go, that he is talking about Jamie French. But, like, it's a very specific group to say we've had skill guys that aren't stepping up and are waiting on Arch to make a play. I mean, shit, man, we saw Ryan Wingo would still be running on that first drop that he had where he was just running across the middle of the field. And, like, that was still one of those – the offense didn't have any momentum at that point. They really could have used, like, a big play to kick – like, we all know. And, look, and Arch is in this group that has to play better too. So, you know what happened this week? Don't get down to the 20 and then, like, on second down, just throw it up in the air and let someone intercept it. Like, that is not what Arch Manning needs to be doing. It happened a week ago. Let's see the next time he's in a situation like that, how much he's learned from it.
Yeah. And that sequence, I think, is critical because, again, if everybody's waiting for Arch to do the thing first, Arch puts that ball right on Wingo. And to me, Catch, if you change that play, it's butterfly effect stuff. They could have – I mean, who knows?
I totally agree.
Maybe they score 58. Maybe they score 62 if that one play is different.
I totally agree.
Somebody's got to take that lead. And I've talked about this too for years, Catch. We've seen this with certain Texas teams and other teams, but I think it's particularly crippling when your best players let you down. And that's what we saw with Wingo. That has to change. Colin Simmons, when your best players, we've watched captains go to Dallas and let Texas down in the OU game. That's crushing. It's soul crushing to a team when it's your best guy because you can't bitch at the best guy. You can't bench the best guy. He has to play. And now he just has to play better. And there's a lot of those guys. So I just want to see how they respond. I want to see what energy level are we going to see with this team. They did look a bit sleepy and for an 11 a.m. kick last week. Let's see what it looks like. Middle of the day, maybe, you know, I'm assuming it's going to be super hot, right? It's going to be in the 90s and it's going to be humid. Like, are you ready to roll at 3:15? You ready to go be a bunch of badasses this week? Or are you thinking, oh, man, we'll be there for Florida?
It's really interesting to think that even if he wanted to channel his inner Jimmy Johnson, Curvin Richards, some people a week ago. Coaches after losses, and it's actually kind of the opposite of the cliche, right? Because in the movies, that's when the coach reads them the riot act. And instead, I think in the modern day, over the course of such a long season, the one thing both of the head coaches would have thought about this game is like, win or lose, this can't be our season. And so there's a whole lot of putting Humpty Dumpty back together again a week ago. We said it on Saturday, right? A week ago, they had an arrest, right? But I think it happens in a week when what Sark is trying to project is, hey man, we caught an L, but that's all we caught. And we're still a badass football team. We're going to be really good and we're going to make a lot of progress. And I'm not going to let anybody see me panic this week. Mm-hmm. But I wonder if that happens this week. If what happened a week ago happens this week and Sark's in a little bit of his asthma my ass, take your ass on over to the asthma field. I wonder how that plays. Timing is everything in life. And I wonder who this week was the message. Somebody was asthma guy. Because, and look, it might have been Arch, right? Like who does Sark think he can really lay into? Or who does he not give a damn about at all and feels like I can really lay into because if I break, but like somebody this week, I think got a little bit of the Jimmy Johnson asthma my ass.
Right.
Because you know what? All these years later, the asthma guy has no name.
Yeah, right.
He's just there was a guy that Jimmy kicked off the field because he couldn't breathe.
Yeah, that happened. That rewatch is uncomfortable every single time.
I was waiting for it. Are they going to play the asthma my ass line? And then when it showed up, it was like, okay, they're going to keep it a buck. I needed that. Thank you.
He did everything but put a sign up that said asthma field, like where you would put the people with asthma. $4.99 super chat from Tej. Is the Scottish guy making a special appearance today? Yes, Scottish guy is coming before we are done. We've also got buy or sell coming right up. Before we do that, let's hear from Specs, and then we will see if Catch is ready to buy or sell.
Shop Specs! 60 years in the Lone Star State, a one-stop shop so you're never late. Price is so low that you want to know
Which way to Specs?
Come on, let's go.
Specs, fine spirits and finer foods. World-class service, that's all about you. Shop Specs!
It's how we do. A huge selection since 62.
Shop Specs!
Low priced, amazing. Here's to you.
Shop.
Cheers to savings.
All right, shout out to Specs. Catch, are you ready to buy or sell?
Yeah, why not?
All right, it's first or second?
I'll go second.
All righty. By the way, I think is it Sandman that always wants to talk about Dua Lipa? Dua Lipa's in a hotter than. Pay attention. It will finish it. We'll start with this one, Catch. Buy or sell. Number one, the injuries at wide receiver and tight end will help Texas focus on Ryan Wingo this week. Buy or sell?
By default, that's a buy. I mean, yeah, I think that they're going to have to there's going to be a lot of young guys on the field everywhere today. There's a real chance that the offense looks very disjointed on Saturday unless Ryan Wingo really steps it up. It can't just be Parker Livingston. It can't be. Like this is they need Ryan Wingo to get going because they can't be the team they want to be if he's middling around in mediocre land.
All right, let's check on a couple of the games around the country. Catch, buy or sell number two. Miami stops this USF thing. Canes win and cover 17.5.
I'll sell the cover, but I do think they stopped the USF thing. It's really hard. Like that. It's got to be one of the great. It'll be one of the best weeks of every South Florida fan this past week.
Yeah.
They beat Florida.
Yeah.
In the I mean, come on. All you have to do is just imagine like UTEP beats Texas at DKR. Just imagine what that would be, and then playing a game the next week against a team that's really good too. So
I was going to say, and then goes and beats TCU or Tech or A&M or Baylor. In state like that 2 weeks in a row.
They're not getting Tarleton. They're getting Miami. And if they can do it, hey, I'm almost willing to let them in the playoff. I'm okay.
Oh, it ain't going to be a let them in. If they do that and go on to win the conference, they get in.
I know, but I'm like, you know how sometimes we judge some of these teams like they don't belong.
Right.
If you go into the swamp and you go in, I will give them their credit. Go fighting Anwar Richardson's.
Yeah.
I'll be rooting for them, but I don't think they get it done.
Great stat around that game. If they do it, they're only the fifth team ever to start a season beating 3 ranked teams. The last team to do it was in the late 80s. College football is not set up that way, Catch. We know it. You just don't play ranked teams that much to start, and if you do, you lose. They have a chance to be historic. All right, let's go to another one that I'm interested in. Buy or sell number 3. You like LSU to win, but Florida to cover the 7.5.
So I think LSU actually has a bounce back performance this week after not. They did what South Florida doesn't have the luxury of doing. Huge win on the road next week. You can kind of just play with your food a little bit and it'll be all right. Nobody really paid attention. That is what they did. And now I think they will have been coached really hard. Mm-hmm. I think they're playing a Florida team that's in a little bit of a disarray. And I don't know that they can fix. They're also just playing the wrong team this week. And LSU they don't want to play LSU in general, I don't think. And they wouldn't want to catch LSU at this time. It's just a bad timing game.
Yeah, 2 of my favorite visual games in the SEC this week. I love watching LSU and Florida together, the uniforms, and Georgia-Tennessee is always interesting to watch for me too. Real quick, I didn't make you one, Catch, so I'll just do it this way. Georgia beats Tennessee, buy or sell.
Bye. Yeah, for sure.
Like Georgia? Okay.
I can't
all right.
pick Tennessee until they earn. That is still a Tennessee team that, as far as I'm concerned, doesn't have the answer at quarterback. I think there's potentially a little bit of fool's gold there. And like, I will never be the guy that's like, oh yeah, it's definitely Tennessee. I've been amazed at the number of people who've been. Brian did it yesterday.
Yep, he picked him. Right.
We'll see. I am not falling for the oak. That feels so banana in the tailpipe, and I'm not falling for it.
All right, Catch. Yesterday is one of my favorite birthday doubles of all time, and we're going to educate the kids with this one. Buy or sell number 4, Bear Bryant and Tom Landry shared a birthday yesterday. Rest in peace to both. You can tell me where both went to college. Buy or sell?
Buy. It's a trick question. Everybody knows that Tom Landry went to Texas. I mean, he's a Longhorn through and through. Bear Bryant was an orphan that didn't go to college. He didn't even have a high school degree, which makes his rise straight from he was the LeBron James of college coaches. Straight from the streets to Alabama, nothing in between. It's an amazing American story. I don't know why we haven't seen that movie.
That was well done. That was a great way to do that. Yeah, kids, if you don't know, when Bear Bryant left A&M to coach Alabama, he said it was because Mama called him home. He also went to Alabama. So there you go. Bear Bryant, Alabama, Tom Landry, Texas. And anytime you're ready to start that statue, I'll give you some ideas. And finally, Catch.
Dua Lipa, let me have it.
Here we go. Buy or sell number 5. Sydney Sweeney is 28 years old today. Prime on prime. Sweeney, hotter than Dua Lipa. Buy or sell? Let's just have a cross-sectional battle. Different weight classes, different styles. It's a styles fight right here. I know what our man Sandman or whoever that is.
I'm not looking at the chat. I will not be influenced by the troublemakers.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
God, this one's. I almost said this one's hard.
Yeah, you almost did.
Almost did.
I thought you were going to say this one's harder than I thought, which might have been even better.
So what's the Sydney Sweeney is hotter than I'm going to sell. I'll go Dua Lipa.
Going Dua Lipa. I think that would be my response as well. Happy birthday to Sydney Sweeney. Lots and lots of Sydney Sweeney fans out there right now. No doubt about it.
Come on. I'm not. Don't take that as me not being a fan.
Oh no, she's incredible. She's incredible. But Dua Lipa, oh man, yeah, a lot of
like
see this is
my favorite Sydney Sweeney moment ever.
There's that.
What are we doing? What are you trying to do here?
I'm just.
Okay.
There's Sandman though. Sandman's the president of the fan club. Dua, and it's not close. But then somebody else came in with an easy buy. So everybody else.
The thing about Dua Lipa is,
what's that?
Every soccer club wants to claim her as theirs.
Oh, is that right?
Oh yeah, Liverpool has claimed her because she sang a song before a Champions League final. So that just means she's good. Liverpool adopted her as a good luck charm. So occasionally she'll put on she'll thirst trap. She'll put that Liverpool kit on, but then she'll put on an Arsenal kit and a Man United kit. She's working the room.
She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. And to clarify, Sandman, since you are in the fan club, how do you not know this? Dua has a 9/11. But no, that's not what I said. Sydney Sweeney's birthday is today. Dua's was not yesterday. I'm not exactly sure when Dua Lipa's birthday is. You should know that if you're the head of the fan club. So how dare you? You need to know that. Come on. All right, Catch, what do you got?
Buy or sell number 1. I'm going to take it from the chat. Colin Simmons. More penalties tomorrow than sacks.
I'm going to sell. I'm going to say number 1 wakes up and really turns into the Colin Simmons we have come to know. I'm going to say it's more sacks than penalties for Simmons. I'll say like a 2.5 on the sacks and less penalties than that.
Okay, buy or sell number 2. I've got Arch Manning. I hit it hard. In fact, I paired it with the Travis Kelce. Can he get like 1 yard or whatever the thing is on Prize Picks?
Mm-hmm.
That's the max. $25 is the max.
Okay.
You compare those little specials with.
Yeah.
I paired it specifically with Arch Manning, the more on 2.5 touchdown passes. saying it all off season that the Ohio State game would be one thing, but then we'd eventually come out of September. The number would be big. You agree with me. If you had to go either way on 2.5 touchdown passes by Arch Manning, the play is the more.
I got to buy this. I got him scoring 65 points, so I got to buy this. I got Arch Manning going big time, and I certainly don't think they're getting to 65 with a bunch of rushing touchdowns necessarily. He's going to have to be a part of that with his arm. So, yes, 3 or more makes sense to me.
Buy or sell number 3, your Aggies still undefeated after the weekend.
Whew, I hope it's a buy. I hope that is a buy, but I'm going to sell it. It's one of those home team pick games for me. Last year, I picked A&M to win it in College Station. I'm picking Notre Dame to win it in South Bend. I need to see that Aggie run defense stand up and against what we know is going to be a good running team. And I also need to see Colin Klein be versatile against a really good team, against a good defense. He was versatile in those other 2 games. I just don't know if I can quite buy that yet. Plus, catch, this team can't pack. This team cannot pack for trips. 2014 last time against a ranked team. Last time it was a ranked matchup on the road. They gave up 257 on the ground to Ole Miss. I can't get these images out of my brain. Prove it to me, Marcel. Prove it to me. I will sing that I was wrong next week, but I'm selling. I'm taking Notre Dame in a close one, like a 23-17 kind of a fight, but I think the Aggies going to come up short.
Buy or sell number 4, Cowboys 1-1 after the weekend?
Yeah, bye. I can't believe that sounded excited. Yeah, bye.
Hey man, if they don't, it's a long season.
It really is going to be long. They need to be 2-1, catch, because it's the Giants and Bears. Who's the other one? There's a winnable game in game 3. I think it's the Bears. They need to be 2-1. Otherwise, it's a Katie bar the door kind of season for the Cowboys. They got to get this one. Confusion at the Giants quarterback position. Wow. It's in Dallas. They need, at the home state, they need to be able to get this done. So I'm buying.
And finally, buy or sell number 5. You think a woman who's wearing only a sports jersey, right? Football jersey, soccer, baseball, basketball, whatever your jam is.
Yeah.
Hotter than a woman in pajamas?
Buy, because you said it's just the jersey. Yeah, then in general terms, that's a buy.
What if it's just a pajama top?
Right. See that, but see, you said pajamas, and for each woman, right, each woman that is different. Some women would say we don't do pajamas in this house, and that's the woman we all want to hang out with. But anyway, yes, it's a buy because that just adds a little layer of sexy to it. A, that's all they're wearing, and B, it's got a sports angle to it. Come on, that's awesome.
I mean, I think it started with who was it that did the Kentucky jersey? It was Ashley Judd.
Judd, right?
Like the moment everybody saw the Ashley Judd photo, they're like, "Can my woman recreate?"
Well, look,
the Ashley Judd photo.
Here's the thing: when this is my belief, I may be wrong. When you're a man and you're with a woman, there's very little that's sexier than her walking in a room wearing one piece of your clothing, a shirt, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
Just that idea. It could be a dress shirt. It could be a T-shirt. It could be just about anything. But if it's all she's wearing, that
was the better question. Buy or sell. A woman in a sports top jersey hotter than a woman just wearing a business top, like a dress shirt. A man's dress shirt.
See, that one I sell because I'm a sucker for the business shirt. I am, because there's more potential. There's more potential hot energy in that moment, catch, because the buttons have to be undone. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If that shirt,
Sandman, I'm with Sandman on this. The crop top jersey is fire.
Crop top jersey is a good play. That's a solid play. I like that. All right, that is how we buy or sell. We got Scottish Guy coming up here in just a second after I show you some drinks at the Deep Eddy Vodka Tasting Room. Get on out there if you are in to Deep Eddy Ruby Red Vodka. You can have it all. I don't want any of it. I'm not into that, but go get it. The Paloma will feature that. They have all the other great flavors too. The ranch water features that brand new pineapple. Remember to bring the mason jars and martini glasses back for a discounted refill. I've taken advantage of that a few times. Wednesday through Sunday, we're talking to you on Friday, so it's 11 to 7 on Fridays. Get on out there, check them out. Weather turning a little bit, although it's back to being pretty hot. They do have indoor and outdoor seating when the weather allows it. Tell them you heard about it on Orange Bloods Live. Let me just do a quick scan. I don't think we've missed any super chats. All right, Catch, you ready for a little Scottish guy?
I am. When am I not ready? We could have played that in the beginning. I'm ready.
Fair enough. Scottish guy before Texas plays UTEP. Here we go.
Your mom's ring in your pocket, my picture in your wallet. Your heart was glass, I dropped it. Champagne problems. Longhorn fans, it's time for another episode of While You Were Bitching. While you were bitching about a 31-point win at home, here's what happened in the top 25. Ohio State smacked grumbling, Penn State started slow but eventually kicked ass, Georgia and LSU won, but it was a bit of a struggle, and Dabo and Clemson got in a tussle with Troy. No, not a caller from Spartanburg, the little team from Alabama that gave us DeMarcus Ware. But nobody's week 2 will remind Texas fans of what they've got like them old Florida Gators. Willie Napier's crew was so excited to play LSU in Miami, they forgot all about the Bulls that were about to f*** up their China shop. Focus lost, Lagway was just okay, and the hot seat has been plugged back in. The first half of the cocktail party road trip does not seem that tough. So breathe, chill, and be grateful, my little burnt orange babies. You don't want to be anything but you. But there's always room for improvement. Sark said consequences are coming for bad play. So how about this? Attention anyone wearing the number 1 for Texas. If you keep playing like this, you'll have to give it back. Deal? Deal. Mr. Wingo, they are starting to ask if Parker is really the number 1 wideout. If that doesn't light a white-hot fire, I don't know what will. They let you wear 1 for a reason. You're a freak. Now go be one. Mr. Simmons, there was no spring game, and there is no preseason, but that's how you've played. Go show them who the you are. You're both studs. Now go be studs. Don't think, just kick ass. All right, this game has love under a blanket on the side of a mountain written all over it. UT 62. Okay, one is the Miners and one is the Road Runners or something. It's one of those. Hell, I don't know which one. 3. This is SG. SLOPPY.
One of the greatest moments in Longhorn football history, kids. If you missed the 08, 09, somewhere in that neighborhood, Colt McCoy and the crew go out to El Paso. Go watch the clip, because I think is it Mark Davis or Mark Jones doing the play-by-play. Catch, it's Bob Davies on color. I'd forgotten that part. Bob Davies is on color. They show that shot. They circle the couple, and then you realize what's going on with that couple. And Bob Davies goes, they seem to be having a great time. It's so brilliant. Oh, my God. So good. There you have it. All right, Catch, anything else we need to hit before we close up?
I'm good.
I still want to watch a game from that mountain sometime. I need to get out to El Paso.
I bet you do.
Texas, exactly. Especially
well, I went there for the speaking engagement a couple of weeks ago. I asked them to take me there. They didn't, but I asked.
Yeah, you said, hey, can I talk to some of those mountain people? Can I find out what the hell's going on? Quick reminder again, we're going to be at TCH Social Austin tomorrow, 3:15 kick. Sleep in and then come see Texas do a number on UTEP. We'll see how big of a number it is, and then we'll pile in, get you in there at the 2-minute warning. Yeah, it's going to be one of those games. Probably start right around the 2-minute warning. Lowy Law Firm brings it to you, the post-game show. Hopefully it'll be a lively one, talking about a big-time Longhorn blowout win. We'll see. Y'all take care. We'll be back on Monday at 12, reacting to the Sark press conference and getting ready for what you've been waiting for. Texas and Sam Houston State. Yeah.
Hey, real quick,
Yes,
just remember I say a lot of shit.
he does. This, tell you what, I'm going to give you the bit. That is Jeff. I say a lot of shit. Catch him. Y'all have a good